Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Dateline Lagos. I'm Loretta Chiogo. Today on the show,
in this part of the world,
experts prefer solutions to housing challenges at the 2017 Symposium on World Habitat Day. The 2017 Lagos State Entrepreneurship and Employability Program Ready, Set, Work reaches its climax with business pitch competition. Lagos Island Maternity takes delivery of an ultra-modern intensive care unit as 4 general hospitals get donation of auditory equipment. Governor Akinwumi Ambode taxed parents and guardians on drug addiction as he commissions the Enoch and Folu Adeboye Rehabilitation Center in Ekpe. We'll begin with the issue of shelter. Making housing available and within the reach of the common man is one of the most critical issues of the socio-economic well-being of the people. This observation has made it a compelling need for experts and the government to discuss sustainable policies that would ensure adequate shelter for all.
Affordable housing, a universal challenge. As towns and cities continue to grow, so is the requirement for housing. Nigeria is said to have a deficit of over 17 million housing units. It is also projected that over 60% of the urban population in Nigeria live in informal settlement, mostly without adequate basic urban services, including water and sanitation. The World Habitat Day is a platform for government and relevant players in the housing and built-up industry to deliberate, raise critical questions, and prefer solutions to housing challenges. This year's theme, Housing Policies, Affordable Homes, is chosen to raise awareness and highlight the importance of affordable, decent, and adequate housing, as well as draw attention to the plight of low-income earners with regards to access. The United Nations Habitat Program Manager in Nigeria provides a template for deliberation by making some observations on the theme as it affects Lagos and the Millennium Development Goals.
One of the targets of the SDG, the target of SDG 11, is that by the year 2030, everyone will live in adequate, safe, and affordable housing. Due to large threshold population, Lagos has a huge threshold of population, which is about 16 million. If it is 16 million, it means that annually, more than 500,000 people will be added to the population, 560,000 at 3.5% rate of increase. Due to large threshold population of the megacity put at 16 million, annual population increase and annual demand for new housing are quite huge. Statistics indicate that the population in Lagos State has doubled within the period of 10 years, from 4.77 million in 1990 to 8.67 million in 2000. In 2015, the population was estimated to be about 16 million, almost doubling within the period of 15 years. The key challenge for the state is the availability of land for urban development, as well as agriculture and other sustainable livelihood activities. As more and more people are added, new land must be found to accommodate the new growth, as well as redevelopment of existing underdeveloped areas. I have no doubt in my mind that the administration of Lagos State has the political will and the capacity to address this and other challenges. The right to housing for all is essential to Sustainable Development Goal and to the achievement of SDG Goal 11, which is making human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.
He argues that the issue of unaffordable housing is manifested in many ways in Nigeria: slums and informal settlements, associated traffic problems, inequality and exclusion.
The rich and middle-income people live in urban areas, while the poor and low-income people live in peri-urban areas and in slums. This is contrary to the Sustainable Development Goals, especially Goal 11, which says to make cities and human settlements inclusive. That is my emphasis. Safe, resilient, and sustainable, and the objective of leaving nobody behind.
Does affordable housing means acquisition of houses? Is housing a right? As many implies, especially to the low-income earners. These are some of the questions the keynote speaker attempts to clarify in his presentation.
We know that there are various categories of housing. There's owner-occupier, private rental, mortgage, rent-to-own, and social housing. And let me underscore the fact that affordable homes may not necessarily mean home ownership. It may not mean home owner. In Germany, a majority of the people rent their houses. They are cash heavy and they rent. And when they die, another person rents. Maybe what they pass to their children is not a property containing a tenant who hasn't paid rent in 3 years, but rather stocks and shares and cash.
These thoughts stimulate discussions among a panel of development experts and professionals who agree that the Lagos State government should evolve its housing policy to encourage more participation.
The key issue is the role of government is to subsidize the cost of an affordable home, whether it's subsidizing the producer or it is subsidizing the consumer to enable, people to. But remember, in the modern age, migration, population density, urbanization, and all these things, which are outside the government's control, are contributing to the rising demand.
And to what extent has the Lagos State government demonstrated the political will and capacity to address these and other challenges of affordable housing raised here?
A total of 4,355 housing units have been commissioned across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. Our plan is to deliver 20,000 in 3 years. This, we believe, will close the housing deficit gap and improve access of citizens to affordable housing. Connected to the overall objective to make Lagos State a livable city is the ongoing efforts in the area of urban renewal and slum upgrading and regeneration, in which private developers and other stakeholders are playing key roles in line with their commitment to run an all-inclusive government. Some of the projects, of course, that which we hope to achieve under this program is the development of Adeniji Adele, phase 1 to 5, comprising 720 housing units, into a residential mixed-use development of 2,500 to 3,500 housing units. The development of Isalegogo phase 1, leading to the construction of 11-floor structure with 48 service luxury apartments. The second phase of this project, which will yield a 13-floor apartment structure, is currently under construction.
As the state government strives to provide the enabling environment for investment in the housing sector, the private sector remains a key